now that we have understood what HTML tags are and what's the relationship and what's the basic structure of any HTML tag, we can now kick off and understand the different HTML tags present in the specification. And in this video, we'll start off with the heading HTML tags, the paragraph HTML tag, and the span HTML tag. So let us start learning with iDigitalPreneur. Starting off with what heading tags are. The heading tags are used to provide separate headings and subheadings in any HTML document. If you have seen any normal article or any document in your life, you might know that whenever the content is structured into different sections, there are headings and subheadings present, which are kind of bold and brazen, and they have a huge font size. You can take that example from a newspaper that the headline is a huge heading, and then there are different paragraphs, smaller text, which kind of defines what the heading is all about. And to create that sort of a visual element on the web page, we use the different heading HTML tags present in the specification. Now, HTML provides us with 6 heading tags altogether, and each of these HTML tags visually differ a lot from each other, and each of these HTML tags have a function of their own. To kind of summarize what these heading tags do, the H1 tag is the main title of the web page. So that is the main center focus of the entire web page, what that web page or that web document is all about. H2, you can use H2 to create different subheadings. Let's say you have written smaller articles in your web page and you want to place a heading for all of those articles, you can use the H2 heading tags. From tags H3 to H6. Now these are all circumstantial and they can be used as per your discretion or as per how your content is all about. And there is no fixed rule of where you should be using H3, H4, H5 or H6. So these are the different heading tags available in our HTML specification. Now let us see how these HTML tags look like in an actual web page. Now I have my index.html open up here, and I will be adding some heading tags here and open my HTML document in a web page to see what HTML tags have been rendered. So first of all, we'll start off with H1, and Emmet in VS Studio Code kind of helps you to auto-complete the HTML tag. So you can just type in H1, hit on tab, and it will create the opening and the closing of the tag itself. Now you can type in anything what you want inside of the H1 tag. I will say welcome learners. Now similarly, let's create H2 up until H6. So I will write hello 1 from H2. Similarly with H3, hello 1 from H3. And similarly, I will create more heading tags like this. And this needs to be H4, H5, and H6. I will hit on save. Now to open this document up in our web page, we will use something called a live server. You can right click on your web page, and if you have the live server extension installed in your VS Studio Code, you should get a link here or an option here which says open with Five server. If you click on it, it will automatically open up the HTML page in your browser. Let me open this up in another document or another browser. And now you can see different heading tags which we typed in our HTML document. The first one being the H1, which is the most brazen and it has the largest font size. And similarly, as we are going from H1 to H6, I think I misplaced the text here. This should be H4, H5, and H6. Not that it matters, but still. Now you can see that the H1 has the largest font size, and then gradually as we go down to H6, the font size is decreasing, but the thickness of the font is still the same. And that kind of emphasizes the importance of all of these heading tags. H1 has the highest importance and H6 has the least importance in any web page. So whenever you want to insert a title which is kind of the center of attraction in the web page, you should ideally use heading tags like H1 and H2. And if you want to insert a heading which is not very important in the web page, or it's fine if the user is not actually looking at it, you should use heading tags which are of lower importance like H5 and H6. And this is the entire purpose of heading tags. Now, as I already discussed that the heading tags rank in importance, with H1 being the most important and H6 being the least important heading tag. So you can structure your web page according to the importance, how well you want to define the headings and the subheadings. And what's the use of the heading tags? That is of a great importance because it helps the browsers and the web crawlers determine the content structure of the web page and helps in better SEO ranking. This essentially means that when you define or when you properly define heading tags, the web crawlers, it actually helps the web crawlers determine what is the structure and the content of the web page that you have created, and it will help in better SEO ranking. Because if there are H1 and H2 and H3 and different H5, H6 or H4s defined, a web crawler can crawl through these HTML tags and determine what is the type of web page that this HTML document is all about, and this in turn helps in the better SEO rankings. Now let's move on to the paragraph tag, and this is a no-brainer because this helps us to insert a huge paragraph in our web page, and it is kind of denoted by the p-HTML tag. So whenever you want to add in a large content or a huge paragraphs inside of your uh, HTML page, or whether you want some place where you are inserting large number of words, you should ideally be using a paragraph HTML tag. And to simply add that paragraph, you just use the p tag, and now you can add any text you want, and visually that text will be inserted in your web page. Now moving on to the span tag, and span tags are essentially very unique in nature because a lot of the developers around the world, they use span tags for different things, but I will tell you what the span tag is originally used in for. It is used to create a stylable inline word or words in a paragraph. So let's say you want to insert a particular text inline, that means in the same line, and you want that to be stylable, or you want to insert some different styles to that particular word or words in a paragraph. You ideally wrap up those words or word inside a pair of span tags. And span tags are denoted by the span HTML tag. And span tags are also used in other contexts, and this will be much more clearer when we discuss about CSS and how to use span tags to create different SVGs and insert different icons and text along in the same paragraph. But essentially, a span tag is nothing but to create a stylable inline words. So one example is, let's say that I have generated this paragraph and I want to make uh, these three words in the paragraph, and I want them red in color, right? So ideally, I want to create a stylable inline piece of text. So I will wrap these three words in a pair of span tags like this. Now, if you save this and go back to your web page, ideally you won't see any visual difference because I haven't applied any style to it, right? We will discuss about stylings, and that is when you will understand better about what span HTML tags are. But essentially, this is what the span HTML tag does. And this kind of brings us to the end of headings, paragraphs, and spans. Hopefully, this video was informative. We will continue our discussion with different HTML tags, and we will see how all of these HTML tags come together to create the structure of our final web page. Till then, I will see you all in the next video.